Graduates and staff, please turn forward. Hello and welcome to Loveland High School's graduation ceremony for the class of 2021. Please remain standing or please rise, remove your hats for the presentation of the national colors. On this Memorial Day weekend, we would like to take a moment of silence and remember those 33 Loveland High School graduates who made the ultimate sacrifice so that we may continue to live in freedom. Thank you. Now please remain standing as the Loveland High School Choir will now perform the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good evening, parents, family members, friends, staff, and my fellow classmates. My name is Daniel Lange, and I am your student body president. First and foremost, I want to congratulate each and every one of you on this tremendous accomplishment. Graduating is not a piece of cake, and I commend you all for being here today. I would also like to thank everyone here for celebrating this momentous occasion. Let's give a huge round of applause to parents, family members, friends, and staff here with us today. Each and every one of you has played a tremendous role in the success of every graduate here today. I would like to recognize our beloved principal, Mr. Ball, our school and district administrative team, and members of the school board for their unfailing support through such a trying year. I would like to share something with you today that is a huge part of my life, and it starts with this. Our society views the concept of happiness wrong. Happiness is simply the emotional response to a particular outcome. If I win, I will be happy. If I don't, I won't. Happiness is a cause and effect standard reliant on the fulfillment of an expected outcome. Happiness is unsustainable because we change it every single time we achieve it. Getting accepted into your dream school, getting a promotion at that job that you've really wanted, buying a car that you've been saving up for a long while, or even placing well in a competition of whatever extracurricular you're in. Heck, even being elected student body president. While each of these goals and responsibilities carries a tremendous weight, pride, accomplishment, satisfaction, they are only momentary sources of an emotion that result in happiness. You attain the goal, you sit on top of your pile of all of your hard work, your dedication, and accomplishment, and then what? All of your other problems in life don't just fade away because of this one single instance of happiness. Joy, however, is something else completely. While happiness is result-reliant, joy is resilient. Joy is a choice you make every day, every hour, and every minute to take what you have been presented with and create your own reality. You see, it's not your reality that shapes you, it's the lens in which you view it that shapes your reality. A joyful lens can change your entire world. Allow me to give you an example. As your student body president this past year, I have been thrilled to serve Loveland High School and the students and staff thereof. Though a very complex and irregular year, I have been thrilled and very happy to assume this leadership role all the same. I remember Cason waking me up out of a sound sleep one Saturday morning to give me the news of the election. I was filled with a great sense of pride, achievement, and happiness. Though as the euphoric feeling of the news faded away, I came back to terms with my reality. I still had AP classes to take. I still had a job to work. I still had relationships to tend to, and a newly elected office to assume the responsibilities of. You see, it wasn't the fulfillment of my goal that dictated my happiness level, and I can guarantee that it's all the same for you. As I said, getting accepted into your dream college, getting that promotion, buying that new car, placing well at that competition. None of this can bring you sustained happiness in life. In order to live a life of happiness, I strive for a life of joy. I enjoy my education. I enjoy my work. I enjoy my friends, my interactions with strangers at the grocery store, my home improvement projects, my late night drives, the opportunities I get, such as standing here today. When you stop trying to make the daily labor a means to a certain end, success, money, fame, recognition, and you start enjoying the simple doing of the deeds, the climbing to success, the accruing the money, building the fame, the working hard, you will then live a life of happiness. Before we get on with the formalities, I will say this. This stark difference between joy and happiness is something that I have come to appreciate over my time in high school. And it is a lesson that I have learned, and a lesson learned should be a lesson shared. Although no road that each of us will walk is to be the same, we can all move forward in life with this same joy. And moving forward, I pray that each and every one of you will receive joy in your hearts and joy in your minds. As we continue on with this momentous occasion tonight, enjoy it. Enjoy the recognition of your friends as they walk across the stage. As you gather this weekend and celebrate the official conclusion of your high school career, enjoy the company that you have. Enjoy your conversations, and enjoy the hopefully nice weather. And if it does end up raining, enjoy the rain. As you all leave and join the workforce, further your education, or a little bit of both, enjoy your day-to-day deeds. For you shouldn't only strive for the happiness granted from one particular outcome, but rather you should strive for your joy on your journey to it. Thank you. On behalf of the class of 2021, thank you again, families, loved ones, friends, teachers, and mentors for supporting us through the ups and downs of adolescence and high school. We have arrived, and we could not have done it without you. Another round of applause, please, for these amazing people. And now, please welcome to the stage to sing The Rainbow Connection, Shelby Baker and Jacob Webb. Thank you, Shelby, and thank you, Jacob. Two great examples of our music department here at LHS. Next, for his final principal's address, please give a very warm welcome to our fearless leader and principal, Mr. Todd Ball.
Good evening. It is such an honor to be up here as your principal. I want to thank you all for being good people. Our world needs good people, and this class has been amazing. I think a lot about, was this a good year? I think it depends upon your focus. My focus is a cup half full, and I get to talk to you twice tonight. The first part is going to talk about it was a good year. You're all here. You all climbed the mountain. You all made it. It was so fun to watch you go practice yesterday in the heat. This is really nice. It's not as hot today. And I want you to know that we're all here to celebrate you. You did a great job. Your future is bright. And a little later, the title of my speech is, You Are Tough, 'cause you are. Now, let's talk about the year academically. 2 Becher Scholars, 1 Daniels Scholar, Academic All-Americans in Speech and Debate. We have state championship in football, and we'll see what happens on the 21st in golf. You're the reigning state champions in marching band. And I could go on and on and on. One last one I want to talk about is we have a presidential scholar this year. There are only 3 of those in the state of Colorado. 1 at Cherry Creek High School, 1 at Fairview High School, and 1 at Loveland High School. So President Biden says, great job. So I'm going to miss a lot because there are so many things that you accomplished, so many things that you did, and it is unfortunate that I can't talk about every single person's story because y'all have one. I'll talk about that a little bit later too. But for now, I'm going to forfeit the rest of the time in my principal's address because I'd like to introduce Rigoberto. I know that he's a graduating senior, and he has a message to parents who have worked so hard to help their children have a more amazing opportunities in life. Please welcome Rigoberto.
Siempre hay que encontrar el tiempo para agradecer a las personas que hacen una diferencia en nuestras vidas. John F. Kennedy. Pienso que hoy es el momento en el que les debemos de agradecer a nuestros padres, abuelos, tíos o tutores, a la persona que se preocupó por tu futuro. A esas personas debemos agradecerles. Ellos hicieron ellos hicieron una diferencia en nuestra vida, por ello estamos aquí hoy. Ustedes, padres, han pasado por mucho, han hecho muchos sacrificios, entre ellos solo puedo nombrar uno de los pocos, pero aún así muy importantes, como haber cruzado su frontera para llegar hasta aquí, haber vencido ese miedo de perderse en el camino, el miedo de que las cosas no salieran como planeaban. Habían muchos peligros en el camino, pero ustedes los vencieron. Nosotros, e incluso cuando llegaron aquí, habían muchos más obstáculos y dificultades, y no se detuvieron. Ustedes pasaron frías noches en las calles, sin un techo en donde dormir, buscando por un trabajo honesto y a veces hacer largas jornadas en ese trabajo, quedarse hasta tarde hasta que su cuerpo no resistiera más, solo para conseguir algo de dinero, ahorrarse ese dinero y aguantarse ese hambre matador que cada vez crecía más y más y que lastima el estómago, no comprarse los lujos que siempre quisieron en su vida para utilizar ese dinero en el futuro de su familia y que ellos tuvieran una mejor vida. Y no solo pasaron por dolor físico, sino también por dolor sentimental. Tener el dolor en el corazón de no poder ver a sus seres queridos, en algunos casos incluso no poder ver crecer a sus hijos y perderse de esos momentos significantes de sus vidas, no poder recibir un beso o un abrazo de su pareja, o recibir las bendiciones o buenos días de sus padres, y todo eso y más para que nosotros, sus hijos, tengamos un techo donde dormir, tener algo que comer, ten algo que ponernos para que nosotros solo nos preocupemos en terminar la escuela y enfocarnos en nuestros estudios, para no tener que pasar por el mismo camino que ustedes pasaron y tuviéramos un mejor futuro. Y mírenos ahora, a punto de graduarnos y empezar una etapa de nuestra vida. Todo lo que hicieron por nosotros al fin rindió frutos. Al fin pueden estar orgullosos de ustedes mismos. Hoy es el día de celebrarlos ustedes también, por habernos traído hasta este punto de nuestra vida. Ustedes aún siguen levantándose cada día en la madrugada y casi regresando en la noche. Siguen venciendo nuevos obstáculos en ese mundo tan difícil y complicado, para que nosotros, nuestros hermanos, tengan la misma oportunidad que nosotros tuvimos, también para que su familia siga teniendo los recursos desde siempre. Ustedes siempre siguen adelante, no importa qué tan difícil estén los tiempos, incluso cuando quieren rendirse no lo hacen, y siguen, nada los detiene. Y esto es algo que nosotros, sus hijos, admiramos. Aunque no se los digamos siempre, admiramos que sigan adelante por su familia y por nosotros. Ustedes son nuestros héroes y nuestros modelos a seguir, de no rendirnos y que sigamos adelante sin importar qué pase. Yo como hijo diré lo que muchos hijos quieren que sepan, que por favor, incluso cuando ya nos graduemos y nos vayamos lejos a formar nuestra vida, que por favor no dejen de preocuparse por nosotros, no dejen de llamarnos, enviarnos mensajes. Y si eso no es posible, entonces enviarnos cartas. Invéntenos a su casa para pasar un buen rato, porque nosotros siempre los necesitaremos, no importa nuestra edad o dónde estemos. Nosotros siempre los necesitaremos. Necesitaremos saber que nuestros padres seguirán allí para nosotros, que aún podemos ir a abrazarlos y llorar por consuelo, como la primera vez que nos sostuvieron en sus brazos, y no dejábamos de llorar hasta que por un momento sentimos ese consuelo, ese sentimiento de sentirnos a salvo, y que ustedes vieron nuestro rostro de tranquilidad. Necesitaremos que limpien nuestras lágrimas de nuestro rostro con sus manos, como la primera vez que nos caímos de la bicicleta y nos lastimamos. Ustedes decían, ya, todo estará bien, ya pasó. Porque les aseguro que las cosas para nosotros solo se pondrán más difíciles, y allí es cuando mucho más los necesitaremos. Nos enfrentaremos a miedos reales. Ahora no será el miedo que le teníamos al monstruo debajo de la cama, sino el miedo a la inquietud de no saber qué hacer en situaciones estresantes y nuevas, que nos ayuden en lo que puedan y que nos consuelen y nos dejen saber que todo saldrá bien y que no estamos solos, que ese abrazo que nos hace sentir mucho mejor, que siempre lo tendremos. Muchas gracias por todo lo que han hecho por nosotros, por hacer una gran diferencia en nuestra vida y por darnos esta gran oportunidad. Gracias a todos ustedes.
So this is the English translation of Rigoberto's speech. We must find time to stop and thank the people who make a difference in our lives. John F. Kennedy. I believe today is the moment in which we need to give thanks to our parents, grandparents, uncles, guardians, and the people who worried about our future. To those people we give our thanks. They made a difference in our lives. Because of them, we are here today. Parents have gone through so much, making many sacrifices, such as crossing a border to get here, having beaten that fear of losing the way, the fear that things would not turn out how one planned. There were many dangers in the way, but you overcame it for us. After arriving here, there were more obstacles and more difficulties that presented themselves, and even then you would not give up. You went through cold nights on the streets without a roof to sleep under, searching for an honest job, and sometimes having long working days, staying late until the body cannot take it any longer, just to earn some money, saving that money and putting it up with the raging hunger that would grow more and more and give stomach pains, not buying the luxuries that you always wanted in life, and instead using that money for the future of your family. You have experienced not only physical pain, but also emotional pain in your heart of not being able to see loved ones back in your home country, in some cases not being able to see one's children grow and lose out on significant moments in their lives, not being able to receive a kiss or a hug from them, or receiving a blessing or a good morning from one's parents. All of that and more so we could have a roof over our heads, have something to eat, something to wear. You sacrificed all of this so we could focus on our studies and have a better life, and not to have to go through the same path that you went through. And look at us now, about to graduate and start a new phase of our lives. Everything that you did for us finally bears fruit. At last, you can be proud of yourselves and for all the sacrifices you made. Today is the day to celebrate you too, because thanks to you, we are here today at the point in our lives. You all continue waking up early in the morning and getting back late at night. You all keep defeating new obstacles in this crazy, complicated, and difficult world so that our siblings will have the same opportunity that we have had. Even when you want to give up and feel you can't do it anymore, you keep going and going. Nothing stops you, and that is something we, your kids, admire even when we do not tell you. We admire that in you, and keep going for your family, and for us, you are our heroes and our role models that inspire us to not give up and keep going no matter what the situation. As a son, I will say what all of your children want you to know. Please, even when we graduate and we go far away to begin our lives, do not stop worrying about us. Do not stop calling us, sending us messages or letters. We still want to be part of your lives because we will always need you no matter our age or where we are. We need reassurance that our parents will still be there for us, that we can still go to hug them and cry for comfort like the first time we were held in your arms and would not stop crying until we felt safe and saw your faces. We need you to wipe away our tears and tell us everything is going to be okay. It's already over because I can assure you that things for us are going to get difficult, and that is when we need you the most. We will face real fears. Now it won't be the fear that we had of the monster hiding under our beds, but it will be the uncertainty of not knowing what to do in new and stressful situations. Knowing that the hug that makes us feel better will always be there is still important. Thank you so much for everything you have done for us, for making a big difference in our lives, and for giving us this grand opportunity. Thank you to everybody that's in attendance and the support that you have given all of the graduates today. Let's give them a hand. And then the last thing I'm going to say is, Loveland High has been fortunate to serve people that have traveled to the United States from 29 countries. The stories that they each have are of struggle. I sat and was fortunate to listen to the stories of a couple of people that came to Loveland High School from China and their escape of tyranny and what they went through to get here. It's pretty amazing, the stories of the people that you may not hear of. And that's why I brought that today. There's every story for every person. Along with that, there are 43 seniors graduating right now today that have earned what's called the Seal of Biliteracy. That means that they are fluent in 2 or more languages, sometimes 3. The language that we have right now are Spanish, French, German, Danish, and Portuguese. That's pretty amazing, and congratulations to you all. And now I'll turn it back to Dr. Schaefer for the address from a person that helped us all through this incredibly difficult year. He stood fearless and did a fantastic job supporting us. It's my honor to hand the microphone to Dr. Schaefer. Thank you. Take your time.
Greetings, Loveland High School graduates. You made it. Today is a day to celebrate, rejoice, and honor each of the graduates sitting before me. We are so proud of each and every one of you who have navigated this very different and complex year and have emerged as high school graduates who are now prepared to move forward into the next phase of your very exciting futures. The Loveland High School class of 2021 is unique and special, not because you have all experienced a school year like none other, but because you have experienced this school year with agility, perseverance, grace, finesse, and excellence. We are so very proud of you, and we congratulate you. I want to take a quick moment to also acknowledge your outgoing and very special principal and leader, Mr. Todd Ball. Todd, you picked an incredible year to retire, but we are so grateful that you were here to bring this school year and for a successful and positive ending. Thank you for your years of service to Loveland High School, as well as to the Thompson School District. We will miss you, and we wish you well. As a group, you make up the nearly 355 graduates of Loveland High School. As an individual, what matters is the personal journey that have led you to be sitting here today. Each one of you have accumulated experiences and stories that have helped to define and shape the person who you are. You have learned much through your classes, your activities, and your interactions with your peers. Your family and friends have also played a major role in who you are so far today. These experiences and interactions, some happy and joyful, and others more somber or serious, are all part of the fabric and tapestry that makes up who you are as an individual. Over the coming minutes, hours, days, weeks, and months, you will continue to reflect and weigh options and decisions that lie before you. For some, this may mean embarking on a collegiate experience, while for others, it may mean entering the workforce or joining the military. Others may even seek to pause and take more time to consider next best options and future steps. No matter what you choose, know that as a community of family and friends, we stand with you and we support you. To our amazing graduates, congratulations. On behalf of our nearly 15,000 students, our 2,700 employees, our Board of Education, and our outstanding TSD community, we are so very proud of you. Please know that your entire community stands with you and alongside of you as you graduate from Loveland High School. We hope that you will take your experiences, memories, and lessons learned and do great things in the world. You not only represent Loveland High School, but you also represent our entire community. We know that you will make us proud as we cheer you on today in honor of your graduation. We wish you the very best, and we cannot wait to celebrate in your future successes. We are proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Ball. Thank you, Rigoberto. And thank you, Dr. Schaefer. We are lucky to have with us today two of our outstanding seniors to address us. First, we will hear from a senior who has served in many, many roles at Loveland High School, such as student body vice president, a DECA state officer, and a newly announced United States presidential scholar. Cason Marlar will speak to us with his speech, The Story of Us. Please welcome to the stage your student body president and my good friend, Cason Marlar.
Wow, I am so grateful and excited to be talking to all of you guys on such a special occasion. This year, we didn't get to take our class photo, and so I thought we would take one now. Everybody say, "We made it." Thank you. Today being the last day that we are officially students at Loveland High School, I thought we could take some time to show our gratitude. So I figured my graduation speech would be a fantastic time to write some thank you notes. Would you guys be okay with that? Yeah. All right, Stein, cue the thought-provoking music. Thank you, Mr. Ball, for making us visualize you in a belly shirt to convince us not to wear crop tops. Thank you, crowded hallways, for allowing me to be in a small mosh pit on the way to third period. Thank you, color dances, for leaving a tablespoon of color powder in my lungs. Thank you, building coordinator, for numbering the hallways in such an elegant way that no one understands them. Whew, they will sure appreciate these. Thank you for doing that with me. That's good on the music. As we stand at the end of our high school journey, let's for a moment remember the story of us, the class of 2021. In the classrooms, we met our first friends. In the cafeteria, we laughed with our classmates. And in the swim hall, man, I don't know what happened in the swim hall. Each fall, we felt the special buzz of homecoming, of finding out who was asking who, of watching huge assemblies, and cramming into the football stadium to watch our boys, rain, snow, or shine, take another victory. We especially cherish games against Loveland's inferior school, Thompson Valley, where we would scream at the opposing student section until our voices were absolutely gone. Some of us joined clubs, others played sports, some performed in plays, and others got jobs. Each of these provided their own special memories and relationships of their own. Through it all, we made new friends, and slowly those new friends became best friends. We shared so many good moments together at Loveland High School, but to say it was all easy would be wrong. Each of us has endured long nights of studying, stressful projects, and days that felt like years. This year, we felt the loneliness of COVID-19 sink in as we were separated from those we cared most about. As we struggled, endured, eventually overcame these things, however, we developed resilience, patience, and a newfound gratitude for the simple things, and for that we can be proud of. In fact, in the words of JFK, I think we should be most proud of graduating, not because it was easy, but because it was hard. We should also be grateful for the amazing people, many of them who are here today, that helped us get through these hard times. Teachers that took a special interest in us, coaches that believed in us, and parents who lovingly and sometimes forcibly got us out of bed. Guys, today we may be leaving Loveland High School, but Loveland High School will never leave us. The friendships that we have built, the memories that we have made, the lessons that we've learned will carry on with us long past graduation. Some of us are afraid to step outside this field today because it will mark the beginning of a new journey. A journey that may take us away from our families, communities, and hometown. A journey that will require us to make new friends. A journey where almost everything will be different. I'm a little scared too. But I know that we'll be okay because we have done this stuff before. We were scared when we went into high school. Almost everything felt unfamiliar. But we learned, and we grew, and eventually, heck, we made it. And once again, we will make it. I would like to close with the words of Dr. Seuss. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Class of 2021, congratulations. Thank you.
Good job, buddy. Shake my hand. All right, thank you very much, Cason. Up next, he has spent his high school career athletically on the lacrosse field and oratorically as an accomplished speech and debate competitor and a certified TEDx speaker. Up next, we have Zach Huss to give his speech titled A Series of Unfortunate Events.
Dude, what are you, 6-foot Sasquatch? Jiminy. Dear diary, today I learned I'm a midget. Howdy! So for those of you who know how much I love to talk, you're probably nervous right about now. Don't worry, they have me on my leash. So, 2020, for lack of a better term, was an interesting year. As I speak on our most recent time together, I will include the entirety of 2020 and our concluding academic year, of which was undoubtedly a series of unfortunate events. To kick it all off, we had a global pandemic, sending us into a 2-week-long, quote-unquote, spring break, which we just got back from. How exactly it escalated from there, I have no clue. But it did, and for those of you who can recall, we had murder hornets to deal with. We all endured a political landscape from nightmares, watched a political horrendous pardon me. We watched a shift in presidential administrations, which always seems to go sideways. And we started our last year in high school. And if you are like me, fellow graduates, you probably missed every graduation deadline, much to the consequent high blood pressure of our parents. Sorry. Now, with that, by cheer and a round of applause, who here is sick and tired of living through major historical events? Judging by the dead silence, I take it everyone loved it. No, I think everyone seems to be in agreement, except me. Call me weird, I don't know. In spite of the year we've had, there have been countless takeaways. To me, the most important was probably the fact that I have a new and improved version of my parents' I had to travel to school uphill both ways speech. When I have kids, I can say that I wasn't allowed to sneeze, I wasn't allowed to cough, and I got trapped with my parents while I had to do school. We beat that story. I'm sorry, we earned that. Maybe just as importantly, however, I learned a lot about myself and about my classmates. See, I was raised to look for opportunity and to seize those that I was gifted. This class was given the opportunity to adopt a crucial skill through this year, and I am elated to claim our successful mastery of the art of resiliency. Resiliency is a growing tree. It is a tree that faces odds, that try their best to knock it down, and, in spite of those best efforts, comes back to rest stronger than before. Now, if you are following that metaphor, you'll know that that makes you all here today a sapling. And yet, we have faced a tornado. We have been thrown a wrench that none of us knew how to handle. No matter how many issues were thrown at us, we figured out our respective solutions. Your sitting in front of your proud families, friends, and loved ones proves that. Resiliency, one of many core skills, may now become one of your strongest character traits. And as I am sure our adults in the audience can attest to, The adulting world has our best moments in mind and quite possibly our worst. My hope is that this year will teach us to recognize the best and stand strong through the worst. Your tree will never stop growing and may never stop weathering a storm. Yet in the pursuit of opportunity, that is the best I can wish for both me and you sitting here today. To those adults in the audience who shared blood with us, thank you for standing through us through this crucial time in our lives. To the friends that are seated here today amongst us all, we want to thank you for being such invaluable support systems in both our highs and our lows. To our educators here today, dressed in black alongside us, thank you for teaching us more than just numbers and how to identify a participial phrase. I still don't even know how to pronounce that. But rather life lessons on how to be a better person. To everyone here today and to those who couldn't be, we, the class of 2021, thank you. Now go on, my gentle saplings, and conquer the world. Never stop growing. Never stop weathering your storm. And never throw away your diploma. I was told it's important to keep. Thank you.
Heck, I'll just leave it in there. All right. Thank you, Zach. Check. All right. And leaving it in the stand, I turned it off. I'm sorry about that. As students of LHS, we all know how fortunate we've been to have Mr. Ball as our principal. After teaching for several years, coaching for several more, and being our school principal for the past 11 years, Mr. Ball is retiring to pursue, well, retirement things. And I would like to think that his near future consists of many beaches and many little fruity umbrella drinks. Before we say farewell to a very great man, I'd like to welcome Mr. Todd Ball to the stage to share his speech titled, "You Are Tough."
Okay, no, I'm not going to show you my belly. That isn't going to happen. Okay, we got that over with. Here we go. I want to tell you, I really like top 10 lists. So here we go. Number 1, you're tough. You're the toughest class that's ever graduated from Loveland High. You can do anything. You've overcome a pandemic. You've overcome in-person, remote, hybrid, high flex, in-person, remote, all of that stuff. There is nothing you can't do. It's number 1. Number 2, I choose to think of things cup half full. I hope you all take the good memory of high school with you. Here's one. Those homecomings, they were crazy good. And color dances. I saw some in the slideshow. That was fun. Hope you remember those. Then next, I said it earlier, but we're reigning state champions marching band. Love that. Take that with you. This is another one. We have the very first girls state champion in wrestling. That's awesome. Along with 2 other boys that are state champions. That's pretty cool. Fashion. So I'm having a little deja vu moment right now. 40 years ago, within 12 hours, I was sitting right where you are, graduating from Loveland High School, listening to speech after speech, and thinking, wow, Journey just came out with Don't Stop Believin'. That was a great song. But fashion's the big deal. In my day, it was guys would unbutton their shirts to about right here and show as much as they could of their chest and flip their collars up. Then girls, it was big poofy hairdos with these overhangs of bangs that was just weird. So for this year, this is what I would say the fashion trend of your class is. Bellies is a big one, and hoodies. And these are specialized hoodies. Hoodies that hide little earbuds. Hoodies that go through. I actually saw somebody that there was a straw that went through the string. That's crazy. So here's my challenge. It'll be a challenge between you and me. At my 40th anniversary this September, I'm going to wear a shirt with my shirt unbuttoned, my collar up. But I challenge you in 40 years to do bellies and hoodies. So there you go. Then, next, you are probably the last class that will have done the tunnels at the football game. You came out, I thought I was going to get mowed over. There's like hundreds of you that came and charged the field, and I was going, stop at the 50-yard line, stop. And but you got to do it. So that's pretty fun. Then, the plays theater musical, Les Mis, best performance I've ever seen, and I've been to Broadway. That was awesome. Spelling bee this year, I want a rematch. Remember your friends, they got you through it. Remember your loved ones, they got you through it. And think about your story and keep it cup half full. You're tough, Loveland High School. Go get them in the future. That's all for my speech. Thanks. Okay, we're almost to the diplomas. But I have 3 retiring staff members, if they would please come up and receive their diplomas. If we could have Carrie Campos, Liz Howe, and Mr. Lindy please approach this podium. Now, if I calculated right, over the course of their career, they had over 10,500 students in their class that they impacted in a great way. And I want to say thank you to all 3 of them. Let's give them a hand. First one, Carrie Campos, English language development. She's the one that had the newcomers to our country and our school in 29 different countries. Way to go, Miss Campos. Next, Mr. Charles Lindy. This guy was a rock. He helped so many. I cannot express to you how helpful, calm, incredible. There are people that are out in life right now that are there successful because of this guy. Way to go, Mr. Lindy. And Mrs. Howe, math, coach, teacher, incredible person. I'm gonna miss you, Liz. Way to go.
So there's one more person that we need to make sure that gets an honorary diploma. Mr. Todd Ball, on behalf of a community, family, the graduates sitting in front of you, times 33. Legacy isn't the right word. You've left us with more. You've left us with a heart print that will last a lifetime, and we thank you.
Thanks, my friend. I told myself I wasn't going to cry, but I think I am. So thank you, everybody. Now, at this point, it is my pleasure as principal, head of school of Loveland High School to present the graduating class of 2021. I certify that you have met all board policies, all state requirements to receive your diploma, and could I please have the heralds come forth for presentation of diplomas? Thank you, Loveland High. Test.
Now presenting Mr. Jeremy Amschwand. Abigail Rose Amschwand.
Now presenting Miss Jennifer Jantz. Kyra Faith Cole.
Now presenting Miss Cassie Anderson. Sydney Lauren Schlivach.
Caitlin Youngsu Tapia.
Caitlin Vlastia Smith.
Now presenting Miss Eki Lewis. Aurelia Marie Busnardo.
Madison Danielle Tosh.
Jennifer Ann Holtzclaw.
Now presenting Miss Laura Anderson. Dominique Lopez.
Colton Archie Meyer.
Alyssa Lynn Luckton.
Richard Max Royball.
Ian Stewart Magruder.
Olivia Lenice Stewart.
Austin Michael Miller.
Now presenting Mr. Chuck Lindy. Conroy Raymond Dixon Agnew.
Now presenting Mr. Daryl Baca. Angelina Margarita Gloria Alvarez.
Elias Eric Ramos.
Jolie Grace Bjorklund.
Now presenting Mr. Brian Lindsay, Anthony Jordan Anderson,
Shade Riven Cavero Lobes.
Ian Nathaniel Bicknell,
Jessica Marshall Denny.
Bo Hurley Brantley,
Lisha Tamira Garcia.
Joshua Allen Cheatham,
Courtney Elizabeth Hendrick.
Emma Maureen Doer,
Isabella May Kersley.
Riley Renee Hook,
Sierra Elizabeth Lammers.
Zachary Thomas Huss,
Thomas Christopher Walker.
Traditional Program Valedictorian Megan Alexandra Lindsay. And happy birthday, Megan.
Now presenting Mr. Todd Ball. Kelsey Victoria McCroy.
Orion Martin Cecil Love.
You're presenting diplomas. Kyler Jameson Mudrun.
Cason Michael Marlar.
Now presenting Miss Karen Beezer. Madison Ann Elder.
Riley Boyd Palmer.
Now presenting Miss Marsha Bruns. Alexis Lynn Stugart.
Ashley Wang Soboleski.
Jaslyn K. Stugart.
Brittany Renee Ty.
Now presenting Miss Colleen Jakowski. Lindsay Nicole Sleeden.
Now presenting Mr. Troy Leesenhope. Jace Tyler Allen.
Now presenting Mr. Brett Kane. Joshua Adam Samuels.
Zachary Carson Blundell.
Jaslyn Kayla Stomfer.
Xander Patrick Corcoran.
Cecilia Marie Velarde.
Jeffrey Lane Dillinger.
Now presenting Miss Carrie Campos. Julia Rosa Hammond Campos.
Traden True Finke.
Gloria Almar Cuevas Jueves.
Lawson Graham Heyman.
Stephanie Erdogan.
Joseph Patrick Crumry.
Manuel Martin Giron Perez.
Xavier Matthew Manzanares.
Rigoberto Huerto Valquez.
Austin David Percha.
Ben Yan Mo.
Hunter Earl Solmonson.
Ruby Morales Lopez.
Abello Benzuni Tesfa.
Ferdinand Maria Rojas Brojas.
Cody Wayne Thompson.
Now presenting Miss Kathy Carter. Logan Gray 6.
Now presenting Mr. Richie Lynn. Irene Cuevas Munguia.
Now presenting Miss Cindy Case. Taylor Bren Bushy.
Ella Grace Dorr.
Cheyenne Elaine Drew.
Madeline Grace Carney.
Melody Joy Jones.
Mackenzie Lindgren.
Jake Edward Ramirez.
Carissa Marie Morrison.
Samuel Jacob Williams.
Lillian Hannah Price.
Now presenting Mr. A.J. Clark, Brooke Caitlin Dumont,
Tyler Jordan Sarsfield.
Emma Marie Duran,
Haley Nicole Schaefer.
Caleb Michael Harper,
Now presenting Mr. Billy McDonald, Marshall Allen Dunn.
Dallas Michael Howard,
Ethan Riley Reedy.
Daniel Christopher Lange,
Now presenting Mr. Chris Michael, Gabriel Alexis Grandanos Areola.
Braden Daniel McCann,
Nathaniel Michael Lassart.
Parker Owen Minor,
Haley Elise Winklepleck.
Noah William Osborne,
Brady Shane Zink.
Hunter Thomas Stansbury,
Now presenting Miss Sarah Moorhead, Michaela Alice Blackard.
Jaden Ty Tafoya,
Sean Michael Malvey.
David Justin Wakefield,
Jordan Mariah Reichert.
Now presenting Miss Katie Cox, Piper Genesis Philippi Benson,
Cherish Nalicia Villarreal.
Now presenting Miss Molly Davies, Riley Thomas Adkison,
Now presenting Mr. Greg Morrison, Rebecca Elizabeth Emmy.
Julia Fiona Banks,
Josiah Christopher Hoffner.
Samantha Ray Bonts,
International Baccalaureate Program valedictorian, Katrina Leatherman Nelson.
Avery Ann Bueller,
Now presenting Mr. Matt Murray, Chloe Grace Cercenis.
Logan Robert Cisneros,
Now presenting Miss Sean Muscott, Joseph Rory Killian.
Delaney Lee McNally,
Van Christopher Killian.
Braden Patrick Qualley,
Now presenting Mr. Jeff Nye, Aaron Paul Burdick.
Brooke Lynn Roush,
Gregory Scott Burdick.
Now presenting Ms. Sonia DeWard, Olivia Nicole Emerson,
Now presenting Mr. Dan O'Connell, Kira Marie O'Connell.
Lacey Marie Hunt,
Now presenting Mr. Tristan Oliver, Juan Leon Bynum.
Madeline Grace Kinney,
Kyle Michael Marchman.
Madison Elizabeth Reinhardt.
Now presenting Miss Kendra Omlid, Sarah Elizabeth Johnson.
Madison Lynn Whitman.
Evan Charles Murphy.
Now presenting Mr. Bob Diaz, Boyd Sullivan Killian.
Now presenting Miss Ashley Ortega, Ivory Jacena Arispe.
Now presenting Miss Celeste Darenfeld, Faith Marie Babo.
Layla May Hunter.
Cole William Gebauer.
Now presenting Miss Aviva Flock, Angelica Elizabeth Avila.
Now presenting Miss Jill Doty, Caleb Jeffrey County.
Now presenting Mr. Mike Pintarik, Landon Jeffrey Berg.
Gage Aaron Delich.
Angel Castro Sanchez.
Now presenting Miss Lexi Dozier, Lexi Shea Castillon.
Julian Cherry.
Tatiana Maricela Chavez Cisneros.
Christopher Hristo Jumaliev.
Ethan McKinley Creasman.
Dominic Ryan Dunn.
Chantalique Nicole Cuevana Jones.
Tatum Yvonne Gibson.
Tara Ray Cuxhausen.
Avery Kathleen Heon.
Vanessa Elizabeth Quesada Escudero.
David Logan Mulvey.
Now presenting Mr. Mike Felton. Elizabeth Mary Ellis.
Aubrey Rosamond Rubidou.
Sydney Lauren Losh.
Rebecca Dawn Smith.
Erica Michelle Marshall.
Bradley Allen James Sparkman.
Now presenting Mr. Greg Finley. Quentin Dennis James Busser.
Jonathan Wilson Spence.
Kenny Huang Lee.
Now presenting Mr. Rick Quintana. Jordan Elizabeth Sergermark.
Kimberly Renee Svoboda.
Now presenting Mr. Darren Rakowski. Zach Royal Rakowski.
Zachary Aaron Trollier.
Now presenting Miss Diane Richard. Traditional Program Salutatorian Stephen Victor Richard.
Emma Joy Whitty.
Now presenting Mr. Jim Sanchez. Julian Cruz Sanchez.
Now presenting Mr. Lee Freeman. Tyler Case Adsit.
Alexis Ray Bartow.
Brianna K. Fava.
Damon Tyler Green.
Mia Deidre Fry.
Fabian Isaiah Sanchez.
Jonathan Johannes Pettit.
Ethan Lucas Sargent.
Haley Evelyn Roller.
Alec James Wilkinson.
International Baccalaureate Program Salutatorian Shannon Marianne Tyler.
Now presenting Mr. Daniel Smith, Morgan Reese Banwert.
Now presenting Mr. Kyle Friesen, Emily Nicole Depperschmidt.
Avery Sage Crockett.
Victor Hastings.
Avalon Reese Engstrom.
Mark Harrison Case.
Adrian J. Newland.
Robert Tench Latimer.
Analia Maria Corlota Scalisi.
Andrew Martin Meisner.
Taya Amani Searle.
Joshua Thane Robertson.
Now presenting Miss Melissa Staff, Chase Aaron Nord.
Hannah Jean Rust.
Now presenting Miss Carrie Starkson, Hazel Elizabeth Guthrie.
Trek Waterford Salzar.
Joyce Yi Huang.
Hannah Lynn Zeminski.
Jolie Shea Martin.
Now presenting Mr. Arnaud Garcia. Ella Marion Baichi.
Now presenting Miss Nicole Steckety, Shelby Nicole Baker.
Natasha Emma Petersay.
Arden Ruth Farowitz.
Ryan Joseph Schilling.
Megan Elizabeth Munns.
Aiden Jonas Stephen.
Jameson Kenneth Pike.
Caitlin Hope Younghans.
Eric Daniel Robinson.
Now presenting Ms. Kelly Griffith. David Christopher Garrick.
Ash Page Ruff.
Mackenzie Lakota Jakeaway.
Callie Raylene Turner.
Laura Zoe Jacobson.
Jacob Hunter Webb.
Jordan Anthony Montez.
Marshall Stephen Wolf.
Now presenting Ms. Shandon Hammersmith. Megan Joy Carr.
Now presenting Miss Brenda Strom, Sierra Autumn Slusher.
Chesney Leanne Cates.
Now presenting Miss Courtney Silva, Taylor Jade Roberts.
Autumn Elizabeth Hasselfinger.
Now presenting Miss Megan Templeton, Lillian Joy Cornish.
Ethan Wesley Hamill.
Kaylee Alexis Hopler.
Zipporah Reed Holden.
Tyson Phi Q.
Tatum Joy Lealoha Kama Jaramillo.
Kaylee Noel Mount.
Riley Cole Lane.
Brianna Lee West.
Venancio Giron Bangula Rodriguez.
Now presenting Miss Wendy Thompson, Louis Nathaniel Grimaldo.
Kelsey Michelle Selden.
Now presenting Miss Julie Trosper, Serley Avalos.
Now presenting Miss Becky Hartz. Zinnia K. Stewart.
Bailey Marie Cock.
Now presenting Miss Robin Herhager. Mazzy Constance Fennel.
Chloe Elizabeth French.
Now presenting Miss Terry Hill. Jason Lawrence Farquhar.
Emma Rose French.
Now presenting Miss Patty Hinkle. Anastasia Raylene Howland.
Margaret Amy Rose Lindsay.
Now presenting Mr. Danny Hallweg. Tara Jane Jeffries.
Megan Elizabeth Monroe.
Christian Ray Scheidemann.
Allison Justine Nash.
Lindsay Carpenter Spence.
Caitlin Naomi Sanford.
Now presenting Miss Liz Howe. Catherine Jo Howe.
Lucas Connor Sawyer.
Hayden Elizabeth Caesar. Happy birthday, Hayden.
Nicole Joyce Stepina.
Amelia Lynn Marie Skoglund.
Austin Scott Tackman.
Now presenting Miss Kelsey Heward. Noah James Gupton.
Taylor Lynn Woodhams.
Michael Todd Nicewinder.
Now presenting Dr. Rhonda Walker. Braden Ashton Poff.
Now presenting Mr. Nathan Hummel. Zachariah Damian Alcorn.
Jaden Daniel Tucker.
Kyle Joseph Burlog.
Now presenting Mr. Mike Williams. Alyssa Brooke Hansen.
Caesar Alexis Cruz Perez.
Camden Shea Knowlton.
Chloe Elise Furrow.
Now presenting retired Army Chief Warrant Officer 3, James Icebart. Brandon Eugene Fiddler.
Caitlin Joe Green.
Brooke Adeline Miller.
Reese Richard Jepson.
Now presenting senior class sponsor, Miss Jen Jantz. Austin Isaiah Beerhouse.
Dulce Vanessa Lopez.
Jacob Toa Bonner.
Lucas Anthony Martin.
Kyle David Bradley.
William Tyler Rockvam.
Spencer Raymond Brown.
Asher Vincent Simon.
Samantha Nicole Clymer.
Alexander Michael Talon.
Catherine Elizabeth DeClement.
Now presenting Mr. Marty Jaskin. Cameron Allen Martin.
Hannah Margaret DeRomanis.
Now presenting Miss Sam Crisson. Taylor Ann Bandemir.
Carme Maria Gonzalez.
Alexia Caroline Brown.
Axel Sebastian Grandos Reyes.
Haley Jade Cortez.
Sydney Ann Hall.
Amelia Grace Dillow.
Devin Lawrence Hughes.
Drew Farrell Flock.
Evan Nicholas King.
Hunter Ray French.
Weston Avery Loggle.
Lauren Suzanne Grant.
Adam Mitchell Leffler Hersberger.
Kayla Carmen Guzman.
Peyton Lee Melrose.
Tony J. Jaimez.
Christopher Kungu Nunga.
Sydney Claire Lineweber.
Tresden Royce Orender.
Emma Grace Manuel.
Braden James Ortiz.
Keenan Chung Chang Rakovich.
Tristan Parker Phillips.
Chloe Grace Bossy Sewell.
Ava June Pomponio.
Cassia Dawn Schwanti Lebsack.
Isaac Douglas Reitz.
Colby Jean Schwanti Lebsack.
Brenna Lee Schwarzenbach.
Now presenting Miss Taylor Lang. Sage Madison Baldwin.
Clayton Ray Skenzel.
Kylie Leanne Cook.
Isabella Joan Sponable.
Garrett Alexander Cash.
Olivia Ray Soley.
Morgan Faith Mock.
Aiden Liam Thomas.
Joshua Michael Prevost.
Dawson Wynn Whitaker.
Gracie Malia Rogers. Kyla Alexandria Sanchez. Kira Jade Sanchez. Alvaro Jose Tavares. Grace Riley Wadlington. Jeremiah Wa Wild.
I would like to give a special thanks to our heralds, Megan Lindsay, Julia Banks, Mackenzie Lindgren, and Ian Magruder. Wonderful. As we leave tonight with our eyes turned towards the very bright future ahead of all of us, hold your head high just as you did when you walked across that stage. Be proud of this accomplishment and realize that it is just one conclusion of a single chapter in your life. As you stagger forward, hands out in front of you, not knowing what's to come of your current situation, continue to be proud of yourself. Find joy in your day-to-day life, and I guarantee you that success and happiness will follow. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for. There is a tradition that takes place at the end of each graduation ceremony, the moving of the tassel. This symbolizes one's transition from candidate to graduate. Standard protocol dictates that the tassel be worn on the right side, and then at the end of the ceremony, move to the left side. This symbolizes a new beginning as one part of your life comes to an end. Each and every one of you deserves to be where you are today. I am excited to see what road everyone will take in the coming years, and I have high hopes for all of you. We all have high hopes for all of you. As we move forward into the future, there is at least one thing that no one can take from us. We are all Loveland High School graduates, and we all have the honor to say once an Indian, always an Indian. We will never forget the memories made and the experiences shared in our time together as high schoolers. Now, class of 2021, please rise and join me as we move our tassel from right to left. I'd like to be the first to introduce you all to the newly graduated class of 2021. You are now dismissed.